Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway from the Superdome. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. To throw is Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Winston. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
There's Chris Olave. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. After the sack on 1st down, Winston, he'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at him right now. Instead, it went against him.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Good footwork at the 30. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards there and a Washington 1st. First carry. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see. Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jameis to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 31 yards. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. To throw again on second down. Wentz. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are back within a score. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Saints 14, Commanders 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sideline.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Winston on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense, pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Jameis now on first down. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Prentice. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 39 yards. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Kamara.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
This is intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Wentz.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Wentz on third down. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Wentz going to go on fourth down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints will extend their lead on a final play of the half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. That little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. After the loss, they'll come on 2nd and 13. Play action. Now Wentz. It's Rodgers here with a grab. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Second down and goal. Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Wentz now on third and goal. His pass caught at the 4. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
An extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Winston.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A give left side to Robinson. Taken down by Pete Werner.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wentz now to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
To throw is Winston.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, Winston. Forced out to his left.
The pass caught by Olave. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to the right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Touchdown, Saints! Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Saints have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Wants a look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr.
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And some room to run now.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Winston. And his throw here is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Wentz to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Wentz.
Finding Samuel.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. To throw is Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he finds McLaurin. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The center receiver in motion to the right. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining.
The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans.
Charles,